Hello! This is the international competition, the Moscow Myers Cup in Drone Racing 2025. We are here at the Skolkovo Innovation Center, where a large and challenging track has been built specifically for this tournament. The track is bigger than a football field, which means the pilots have every opportunity to showcase their skills and find out who truly deserve to win the Moscow Myers Cup. In this video we will show you how everything unfolds and introduce you to all the teams. See you on the drone racing!
This is a very interesting and professional event that I'm taking part in. I'm here at the head of international project, and this competition I was responsible for bringing in pilots from different countries. Here we have pilots from Australia, Germany, France, Turkey and Kazakhstan, in total from 9 countries, and of course our Russian teams are also here. My role was to invite pilots, communicate with them and make sure we selected the very best. The event turned out to be truly amazing as always. This is another product that we as a Drone Racing Federation of Russia can be proud of. Why? Well, at the moment we are the only one doing team races. Pilots from other countries who came here usually fly different kind of race, normally with 5-inch drones, which are extremely fast. Here, however, we are racing with larger 7-inch drones, and the competition is team-based. Each team has 2 pilots, they switch during the race and must complete a total of 50 laps, with 25 laps each. That's the unique feature of our format.
Well, here is the teams are mainly preparing. They are setting up their drones, checking all technical details and charging the batteries. After that, they go to the pre-start zone and prepare for the race. It's crucial to make sure the propellers are fully secured and that all bolts are tightened. I was personally very lucky. On my last drone I hit the net twice, crashed twice, and then continued moving. Some foreign pilots have already participated in similar competitions before, also in the team racing format in the 330 class. They still have drones from previous races, so they are already familiar with this class and feel more confident. We prepared for the whole month. We tried different types of plastic. An interesting point that plastic we bought was officially declared as black, but compared to other drones, it looks great. Therefore, many pilots kept coming up and asking, "Is it color allowed at the event?" We reply, "Yeah, of course." We can share experience, discuss details and compare technical solutions, what equipment we use and what they use. I really want more competitions to be held with the participation of the foreign pilots, because it is in such races that we gain the most experience.
The drone starts and the first section of the race begins. Here the pilots need to maneuver around the flags in a specific way, pass one flag then another, and from this point they can accelerate and shoot straight down the line. Next come various elements and obstacles that make the track more challenging. For example, we have tunnels, and not just one but 2, one over there and another just ahead. Another exciting feature is a double cube, or dive gate. Only the best pilots can handle these sections smoothly, doing their best not to get caught in the net, but of course sometimes it still happens.
We're running the entire media company here together with my amazing professional colleagues, Alexei Chupin and Alexei Patricky. We're at the hosts. Our boss is an interview host in the studio and as the stage host. Being on stage is my debut in drone racing this year, but I've already met the pilots before in the studio. Both the international and the Russian pilots are incredibly interesting, very charismatic, and of course all of them are determined to win. That's why it was so excited to talk to them. Many stood out, especially the Russian teams, Kirill Loban and Daniel Gridnov. These guys are not only highly technical but also very lively and charismatic. This is truly a major international forum that attracts both those who are already in the system and those who want to get a taste of something new and innovate. The studio coverage, the live broadcast of the flight, and the entirety of the competition itself. All of this always captivates the audience.
Привет, I'm Leon Schubert from Germany. I fly for the German team. My teammate is Mincio Lee. This competition is very special. It's very unique in the sense that it's a team race, that it's also an endurance and efficiency race. So we have pit stops, which we always do when we do a team race. But in this case, we have a limited amount of batteries. So we have to conserve batteries, we have to make sure we have a good strategy and then adapt the strategy in case we have a crash. Well, a good magician never tells secrets. But we have worked out a good strategy that works well with our equipment and with us as pilots. And then we try to adapt the strategy if we can. We got really lucky in semifinals, in the quarterfinals, where our crash was fairly late into the battery, and then the other teams had some problems as well. It was really stressful. My teammate made it very interesting. I've never been to Moscow. I've been to Russia before. I've been to Kazan, and I really like Kazan. Kinkali are great. And I still have to try Kroshka Katoshka, so we'll see. I think drone racing has come a really long way in the last couple of years. Both the equipment has gotten a lot better. With this race, I've seen some teams handle their batteries really poorly and kill their batteries completely. But in terms of all the other equipment, it's safe, it's not broken. Yeah, it's fun.
I thought we had to complete 25 laps and finish. We did that, and then they told us we had to do one more lap. That cost us about 1.5 to 2.5 minutes. On top of that, I got caught in the net, but somehow managed to get out. And all of this wasn't according to plan. Despite all these issues, we still managed to finish first. I think that says a lot about our preparation and the strength of our team.
Well, it's my third time I come to Moscow, and it's always nice. People are very nice to us, they always treat us nicely, invite us many times to come back and compete in your races, and it's very nice because you cannot find this type of race anywhere else. It's completely unique and it's very interesting, it's very challenging in a different way than other races. And I enjoy coming here.
We really enjoyed Moscow. Infrastructure, everything as a whole, and especially the hospitality of local people. We will be happy to return here again.
Well, it's a lot of different emotions at the moment because we did get eliminated, but there was a lot of interesting things that happened. We had some malfunctions that we couldn't control, and sadly that happened, but what can you do? There were some other things that we could change, but I think other than that, like the location of this is, I think with the way everything is set up is very, very good. I think it was amazing to see. I love history and I love all the different architecture, and it was beautiful to go through Moscow and see all the different things. Like I've been through Europe and been through Eastern Europe as well, and so it's very interesting to see the architecture and how beautiful it actually is, and to see the Red Square. You see it in movies and a lot of other things, but it was very interesting to see it in person.
The impressions are actually mixed. The first thing to highlight is the scale of the event. The stage, the track, the pilots, everything looks very impressive and grand. At the same time, there are some challenges as well, such as the weather conditions and the limited space around the track. Before that, we had 3 flight days. The training was calm, no one was nervous, not a single team. But today some started to worry, because their flight depended on whether they would advance to the final. Our skills determine both the trajectory and the style of the flight. We have our own style, slightly different from others, and this allows us to pass the gate a little faster. All Russian teams are more experienced. Team racing is a new format created by the Drone Racing Federation in Russia, and it hasn't been held in the international competitions before. In terms of communication, we have already talked with a pilot from the German team, a Korean named Min Lee. He is a very famous pilot. We even have the same sponsors. We also use the same batteries. So we have a lot in common. The prospects for drone racing in general are incredible. It's enough to remember that only 8 years ago this was just the beginning. And what we see now is a colossal. At the beginning, when the event was first created, it was the most difficult project for me. We had no idea how to organize it. The venue kept changing, the terrain was uneven, and there was simply no room to set things up properly. It was completely unclear what to do. Working with pilots, especially international ones, was also a challenge. We managed to gather everything in barely 2 weeks. The French team even once got stuck at the border. It all seemed like chaos, and yet the project turned into a breakthrough. By the time the quarterfinals started, we still afraid everything might collapse. But as soon as the races began and the teams hit full speed, the competition became thrilling. It was a real show, a shock for everyone, just like the finals we saw today. I even remember saying, if the rain comes, it will ruin everything. But instead, it turned into something straight out of Hollywood movie. And when they announced the prize fund, it was totally surprised. Nobody knew it would be 20 million rubles for winners. Everyone thought it was the usual 5 million, maybe 1.5 million for the first place. But when they started awarding checks, beginning at 1 million and higher, the audience was stunned. This was the largest prize pool in the history of the drone racing worldwide. Nothing like that had ever happened. Looking forward, I see growth. Bigger classes and larger formats. Of course, the venue is still a limitation. Too many people, everything compact, and sometimes it's hard to even see where the pilots are. The more strong heroes and outstanding pilots we have, the more we will participate and continue to grow. Everything was discussed in detail. The team worked every day over the last month without a single day off. The tournament turned out to be truly amazing. We built a dynamic and exciting track. The most important thing this year is that we managed to create a strong broadcast picture. The viewers enjoyed it, they could follow everything, and they were cheering for our team. The Russian national team appeared, and it's something truly special. It's not about supporting an individual pilot and legion anymore, but about supporting the entire national team. And the competition was tough, against the French, the Germans, the Spaniards and the Australians. This event was especially memorable thanks for the team who organized it. During those 4 days I was deeply moved many times. There are so many passionate people here. Today the stands were completely full. Yeah, the tribune is small, but not a single seat was left. People were even sitting on the grass. And this closeness to the audience, this direct exchange of energy, it was truly powerful. I am certain that this sport has a huge future. It will one day fill entire stadiums. We have the strength, the will and the people for it, and our athletes will definitely keep winning. Honestly, we didn't really expect to win. Our main goal from the start was simply to finish the race and not lose any drones. Technically, we didn't manage to achieve that, but instead we achieved something even greater. We won. It already felt like we were one big team. We were speechless when we saw the prize fund. Before going up on stage, we had no idea what the payouts for first to fourth place would be. Well, we knew that the total allocation was 5 million rubles, but when we showed a check 5 times bigger, we just stood there, silent, smiling. I will definitely put the prize money towards my education, that's for sure. I will also give part of it to my mom. Thanks for her feeding me and raising me all this time. And of course to my coach, who has been investing in us and training us for many years. We really hope that this competition format, the team race in the 330 class, will appeal to pilots from other countries, and that they will start hosting similar tournaments in their own countries, with Russian pilots coming there to compete as well. I really want to thank our entire team. Special thanks to Vadim Diom, Alexander Kotov, Grant Kipayan and all the technical staff who worked day and night to prepare this event. I want to thank the government of Moscow for becoming our partners and now hosting the Mayor's Cup with us. A huge thanks as well to the Ministry of Sport, because they gave us a strong support this year. And of course, I thank you, our dear viewers, for following, watching and showing your interest. I promise, things will only get more exciting from here.